beautiful people. How are you today? Welcome back to another podcast, ACB podcast, with me, Ingrid Galloway. I am the founder of ACB, but also relationship and results coach and trainer of Kayangan. I am accompanied today by Theresa Laing. And Theresa is originally from Scotland, so you will hear a little bit of an accent there, but now happily calling Australia home for the past 35 years. She is a brand partner with LifeWave stem cell patches. She is married with 3 adult sons, 7 grandsons, and 1 granddaughter. And apparently the youngest grandson is 3.5 years old and full of energy. She even likes to paint himself, I think, from the pictures that you sent me. Theresa shares simple, natural ways to feel better, live longer, and enjoy life more fully. Her passion is helping people discover everyday steps that improve health and vitality, while also exploring how wellness can open doors to new opportunities and even financial freedom. How good is that? Theresa enjoys game of pickleball, going to the gym and coffee mornings with her new groups on Bribie Island, where she now lives and enjoys her retirement. Welcome, Theresa.
Thank you, Ingrid. Thank you for having me on your podcast today.
Yeah.
Lovely to be here.
Wonderful. Happy to have you here. Tell me a little bit more about yourself and what's your journey that gets you to where you are now.
Yeah, well, just as you said before, Ingrid, I was born in Scotland. I've got one younger brother. Just fast forwarding to high school, I always wanted to be, a personal assistant, something in secretarial. Never ever wanted to be a nurse or a hairdresser or anything like that. I've got total admiration for these careers, but just not for me. And I was just thinking this week, with all the new technology and online, everything you've got at your fingertips nowadays.
Yeah.
When I was in my last year of high school, I actually sent away to an online, it was a German company, I can't remember the name of them, I'm sorry, but I sent away for a manual typewriter.
Oh.
I got this posted out to me in a little carry case. I thought it was the bee's knees.
Yeah.
To practice on a manual typewriter, which, by the way, you'll find in a museum now, as I discovered a couple of years ago. But
some years ago, I did use the manual typewriter. Now it's extinct.
So I got this manual typewriter delivered to me from this German school of online learning school to get my speeds up coming up for my exam, last year of school exams. And then, so that was all well and good. Sent the typewriter back to the company. I got a job, first couple of jobs in Dundee, Scotland, where I'm from. And then I applied for a job with the BBC, the British Broadcasting Corporation in London. You've probably heard of it, the BBC. I'll do a plug for my nephew, actually. He's an actor in Coronation Street. So Samuel Robertson, he's on Coronation Street. But anyway, I applied for a job with the BBC in Scotland, in London. And it took ages for anything to come through. And I think, maybe 10 months. And in the meantime, I met this lad who... very fast got engaged and said to my mum, I don't want to go to London now, Mum. I'm in love, met this guy, and I don't want to go now. Well, my mum was not the disciplinarian type, and it was like, whatever keeps you happy, whatever. But no, not that day. She chased me down the kitchen table. You're going to London. You've worked hard for this, and it just kind of really took me by surprise. And I'm like, okay, Mum, okay, you're right enough. But Mum and Dad didn't want me to continue this relationship, you see. So, because Mum didn't like him because he had the Genghis Khan moustache. Dad didn't like him because he smoked. But I liked him. He's kind of cute. So anyhow, I said to to this lad in, you know, I'm going to go to London. I've worked hard for this and I'm going to go. And if the love's still there, it'll be there when I come back. So anyway, it was a bittersweet decision to make. I had the hostel with the BBC and, everything was good accommodation wise. So next thing comes to the door, I'm coming with you. So he decided to come with me to London. And then while we were in London, he applied for a job with a company in Canada. So then he got that as supervisor. He was a sheet metal worker to trade. He got a job as a supervisor. So we had to come back to Scotland and we had to get married. So I love telling people that we had to get married. So anyway, we got married, and now Jim and I have been married for 47 years.
47 years, wow.
Yeah, so we went to Canada, had our oldest boy in Canada, stayed there for 3 years, and I was terribly homesick and went home for 8 years. We were back in Scotland, had another 2 boys, had Scott in Canada, he's Canadian born, and then I had Cameron and Ross in Dundee. And then Jim's sister, she immigrated to Australia, so we thought, yep, okay, let's do that. So it took 3 years for that to come through. And in the meantime, Jim actually lost his mum and dad 6 months apart, in their 50s, very young. And, didn't want to go again, another bittersweet decision. But we thought, if we don't go, we're going to have regrets. Anything goes wrong, we're going to regret it. So we came to Australia, and it was a bit rough at the start, very, very homesick, and it's not for the faint-hearted. And so here we are. We applied for our citizenship last year, and we just went to the ceremony a few weeks ago, actually, along with 450 other people of different nationalities.
Yeah.
During their citizenship, my husband wore the Laing tartan kilt, and very proud to become Australian citizens.
Wow, what an achievement. So both of you, congratulations. Now, what made you choose the company or the business you are in now?
Well, I was introduced to LifeWave through my friend's sister. We were actually going to Bali last August with my son, daughter-in-law, and the 3-year-old at the time grandson. And Marg was raving about all the energy she was getting from this. I didn't even know what it was, to be honest. I said, well, what is it? It's patches. You just peel them like a Band-Aid and stick them on. I thought, you better get me some of these. I'll be needing all the energy I can muster up to go 2 weeks. We were all staying in the one villa. And so I got the patches 2 or 3 weeks before we went to Bali. And they were just amazing. I was getting great results with them. My husband was a big skeptic. He's like, what's this wookie stuff you're on now and what have you? So finally got him using the patches, and he was like what they call in LifeWave a one-day wonder. His energy was through the roof. So I used them for 6 months or so, and decided to get more into the business side of it, just to share the word. They're a non-transdermal patch, so they don't interfere with any medication or supplements.
Yeah.
You just work from your own body light and energy. Like you get vitamin D from the sun. The patches are activated once they're applied. Got one on there. Oh, no, it's not. Once they are on there, it's on the other side. Yeah, once they are, once you apply them to your skin, they are activated, and non-transdermal, so they don't put anything into your bloodstream. And so just so passionate now. I've been involved with a few different, even when I was young, 17 or 18, we used to call what they call the we used to call them clubby books. That's like a slang, but catalogues as thick as a doorstep.
Yeah.
Because it was new clothes, new products, new, gadgets for the kitchen. And I just used to go and share them with the aunties, with mum, and mum would take them into work. I'd take them into work.
Yes.
And I just loved it. But I never really got into the business, over the years, a few other different things that I used, facial products, copper art when I was in Canada.
So you are really used to selling something through sharing. So you're quite familiar with direct selling sort of business. So now, if you can show me and tell me about your bestseller.
Yes. So what they recommend people to start on is the X39. I don't know if that's a mirror thing, but yeah, so the X39 is the hero patch of all the patches. So it's just a little peel off, like a band-aid, peel the back off.
Yes.
The plain bit is like a medicinal adhesive that they use in the hospitals. And the center bit is where the magic is. And the science is in that. So this is the hero patch that you go on at first, see how your body reacts. You do detox, some detox really fast at the start, others don't. And, we just guide people. The reason that David Smith, the inventor and the scientist behind LifeWave, wanted to go as a networking company, and it was all by chance, all by a conversation that he got going with a fellow passenger on a flight one day.
Yeah.
And he'd been researching for 10 years on the stem cells, or the science behind that. And the gentleman that he spoke to introduced him to the Olympian swimmers at the time. He said, right, I want to use them on my on the American Olympia team. And 90% of them beat their personal best at the Olympics that year, to the fact that they were actually drug tested, and the patch was tested to see what was in it. And of course it was all cleared and all given the tick. So definitely.
That's great. Yeah. So that's the number one patch. And then I know that you have a couple of others, which people will be able to, connect with you and ask you for further questions, further information. Now, if you can advise your younger self on how to be an amazing person, what would you say?
Oh goodness. Well, I think I would advise myself, knowing me and knowing what I've been doing over the years, and finish one project first. Get really super, super smart and super, super good, a champion at whatever project you are passionate about at the time, and learn it. And, whether it be a knitting project or a renovation, whatever the project is, do your research, do it well, and finish it.
Yes, right. One thing at a time.
Yeah.
Okay.
One thing at a time.
Yeah. If you don't mind sharing a funny story, like perhaps just 2 minutes, a short funny story, it'll be great.
Right. Yeah, well, one that always makes me chuckle that comes to mind is I was going home one year to visit. It was my mum's milestone birthday. I think it was her 70th. And prior to that, I'd been home a couple of times by myself because we couldn't afford for all of us to go anyhow. And one year I was snowed in. One year something else happened, and my husband said to me, now, no excuses. You're going for 3 weeks. Go and enjoy your mum's birthday party and get right back here within the 3 weeks. So anyway, Jim used to travel a lot with work, and he let me use his frequent flyer points to get the flight. So at the time, we were listening to B105 radio station with Jamie John used to do the Got You calls. So I emailed Jamie Dunn and his team and said, would you like to do this Got You call on my husband? He's let me use his frequent flyer points to go home to Scotland. What about saying, there's been a downturn of the tourist industry. All frequent flyers are getting bumped and you've either got to pay for your wife to get home, or she won't get home for another 3 weeks yet. So Jim gets a call from Jamie Dunn and his team while he was in a meeting at work. And all you heard was, he excused himself from the meeting, first of all, and he goes outside and you could hear him puffing on his cigarette. Really stressed out, and goes, I'm afraid, your wife's been bumped. And he goes, well, there are, it was bleep, 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 because he's Scottish, and, he uses a bit of curse words here and there. And he says, well, what is it? How could I get her home? Like 3 weeks? Oh no, she's got to get home. We've got kids. And goes, well, you'll either have to pay an extra $1,000 or she won't get home for another 3 weeks yet. And then it's bleep, 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 bleep. And he goes, oh, well, I don't know. I'll have to talk to my wife about that. I don't know if I'm going to be able to pay that. And then he goes, yeah, your wife said you would say that. And he's like, what? And then he realised it was a gotcha call. And it was, we used to laugh about it. And they sent us a CD of it at the time, and actually played it again on the radio a few months later, because it was one of the ones that got the most votes or whatever. So that was
kid, next time, if your dad suddenly suffer a heart attack, perhaps your mom pull a prank on him. Suspect that first. All right, beautiful people. Thank you so much for watching and listening to our podcast together, me and Theresa. I hope you enjoyed that. And if you would like to connect with Theresa and learn more about her business, the patches, which is amazing products and with great research and results, please connect with her. So at the end of the podcast, you will see a link, her shopping links. And if you have not yet joined ACB as a member, Amazing Community Bazaar, join us, because it is full of lovely and supportive and fun people, just like myself and Theresa. And we love supporting small business owners and alike. So our link is at the end of the podcast as well. Join us and let's have fun together. Until next time, thank you so much, Theresa. Next time we will have another podcast guest and we'll have fun together again. See you and keep well.